Howdy folks, we're out here today with a couple of 44 Magnums and having some Magnum fun. These are kind of low pressure 44 special kind of loads that I've put together for the 44 Magnum just for fun. Planking, shooting at steel, don't want to injure your steel targets. You never really know if you're shooting at mile grade steel or T1 steel or H5000 steel or H500 steel. So used to use, mild cast loads when shooting steel. Safer for everyone. You don't have bits of fragments bouncing back at you and whatnot. So just for some safe shooting fun today, and we've got here the Brazilian Rossi Model 92 and 44 Magnum. Beautiful little rifle. I'm actually pretty surprised with it, pretty happy with it. It says made in Brazil by Taurus. This particular one, Brazil Tech, or Braz Tech, Miami, Florida being the importer. And this gun is just a blast. In combination with that, we're also shooting Ruger Blackhawk and 44 Magnum. Because, you just have to. Tons of fun shooting at some 6-inch plates over there, or the 4-inch, and a popper as well. So let's get back to it and do some more shooting. This here is a Ruger Blackhawk, and a lot of people are kind of scared of owning these handguns because they're worried that the recoil is going to be so great that it takes the fun out of shooting. Well, there's good news, especially if you're a hand loader or if you're an aspiring hand loader, is that you can power down your rounds to about 44 special strength. And there are lots of formulations out there for you to do this, mainly for cast bullets, gallery loads, fun shooting, low impact, low stress. Fun loads. And I'm having a ball out here today with this Ruger Blackhawk. I believe it's about a 5.5-inch barrel on this thing. Very little in the way of recoil. I mean, it's really fun. Full house loads in this handgun are very powerful, and not a lot of fun to shoot. I still think it's fun, but nowhere near as much fun as gallery loads. And this one is a 240 grain cast bullet with I think it's Winchester 231 a load that I'm using. So let's load this thing up, and I know there's tons of Ruger Blackhawk videos on YouTube. However, there is a loading gate, as you can see right here. You open the loading gate and you simply load a bullet, or a shell, rotate the cylinder and continue until all of the cylinders are loaded. Yeah, these are not speed guns, but they are very practical, built like a tank, made to last a very, very long time. Now we are loaded. Give the cylinder a twist, and you're ready to shoot. So let's shoot some steel. See, a bit of a flinch there at the end, but not because of the recoil. As you can see, there's very little jump in these little gallery loads. And when you're shooting these kinds of loads in a gun like this, wheel guns are a lot of fun. And once you've tried them out, you'll come back for more, because it's more involved. You got to do more things to make these things work. So you're actually part of the game a little bit more. And when you're shooting gallery loads, it's a game that the whole family can play. Moms, dads, wives, husbands, grandpas, grandmas, kids. Under the right safe environmental conditions, everybody's safe. Somebody's being the range master, giving a nice safe environment to have some fun. These are great family firearms to own, and I highly recommend them. I love this little guy. 5.5-inch barrel and tons of fun. Okay, let's go set up some targets again and shoot some steel with the Rossi. This is the Rossi Model 92, as we've said previously before, and I am loaded but not ready, which means that there's nothing in the chamber. You can fit a total of 11 rounds in the tubular magazine of a Rossi Model 92, and if you're stocking an animal, you could conceivably have up to 12 rounds loaded and ready. And the hammer back in the half cock position, like I have it here, that is a safety mechanism for the Rossi Model 92. But in addition, there is a bolt safety located right here, and you can flip that to safe. And essentially, what that does is when you run the action, the hammer actually doesn't touch the firing pin. The loading, the transfer bar is not engaged, and you don't strike the firing pin, and a round does not go off. Some complaints have been that this safety here on the bolt actually, when you're running the gun hard, has a tendency to turn itself on. So you're not sure if you've just had a misfire or a squib or a failure to feed. So you wait your 30 seconds and then check to see if there's anything in the chamber. And generally you'll find that your primer has not been struck because the transfer bar was on. Because of the safety. It's not a very positive flip from safe to fire. So I can see how that might happen. Some people take them out, and it's a very simple process to do so. It's not just a small little ball bearing detent in here that actually provides the friction to keep the safety in the fixed position. Some people take them out. I'm going to keep it in because it's not giving me any problems so far. And it is also just a hole for stuff to get into. So once that safety has been removed, people will insert other, like a shim or something like that to stop foreign objects from getting inside your bolt. So other than that, other kind of annoying safety, and a bit of an annoying place to put a safety, but it is functional so far. Not entirely reliable, as I'm told. What I will say about the Rossi is that the action is extremely smooth, and I think that's a phenomenon that's pretty common in most Model 92 clones or copies, and they run very smoothly. Certainly more smooth than a Model 94 Winchester or a Model 64 Winchester. Pre or post Model 19 or pre or post 1964, it doesn't seem to matter. The Model 92 runs smoother. I've shot a couple of Model 92s now, and they're both very, very smooth. This one here is exceptionally smooth for such a new gun. You think that generally after a breakthrough process that things would be a little bit tough to begin with, or tight, and things would bind. However, I have properly lubed this rifle, and so I'm having absolutely no difficulties cycling through ammunition whatsoever. So what I'm going to do in this particular course of fire is I'm going to run through 11 rounds of ammunition as fast as I can at a piece of steel, and we'll see what happens. Shooter ready. Go on. That was shooter error, that one issue. There may be a live round on the ground here somewhere. Not sure if 11 rounds got shot off. Anyway, that's 11 for 11. We're only about 25 meters from a steel plate. And nice. Nice and smooth. Lovely. What a great gun. Do you think there are some efficiencies in having a rifle and handgun chambered in the same caliber? What do you think? I'd like to see your comments down below. What are the efficiencies? Other than having to carry more than one caliber of ammunition if you're going to be on the trail. I mean, certainly in Canada we know we can't carry restricted firearms in the bush unless you have the appropriate licensing for trappers, for guide outfitters. Some of them can get that kind of stuff. People that are in the gold panning industry, I've seen some of them out in the bush with Ruger Blackhawks. So you can do it, but just not your average Joe. What are some of the efficiencies of having a handgun and a rifle chambered in the same caliber? Let me know what you think. hope you enjoyed the video, guys. This is Rifle Chair signing off. And as always, Maple Leaf up.